Hello and welcome. Welcome to my new podcast. I think it's a podcast. I could be a YouTuber. I don't know if I'll leave that with you. I'm not really into this technology. Either way, I'm here to discuss cults. Now, think about that. I says cults. Not to be mixed up with a group of annoying individuals who nobody really gets on with. And we all know a few of them. But anyway, cults. And specifically, I'm thinking late 70s, 80s, 90s cults. There was a few around in our time, and most people are watching this, I'm guessing about my age, 22, maybe 23. But I like to go back to the late 70s, 80s, 90s, and mods, skins, ska, punks, scooter-related things. We went on to Soul Boys, Scooter Boys. I'm going to do a collection of videos whereby like-minded people come and have a chat. It won't always be me doing the talking. I like to talk about people and their experiences. We've all got a few stories to tell, and I like to have some interactive conversation with people along the way. So let's have a think about this. Cults. Now, back in the day, well, there was a few other cults before our cults. Charles Manson, he had a fantastic cult. He had about 12 women who waited on him hand and foot and free love and all that. I think I missed that one. I was into mod. Yes, well, mod. What was you into? Ska, punk, skin? Lots out there. Back in the day, our cult started in our teens. That's where it all started. The music, the fashion, the lights, the drama, the grease paint. Well, I still remember it well. Picture this. I'm going back to 78, 79. We're there, waiting in the schoolyard, me and my old mate Sid. I'll call him Sid, that's his middle name. I don't want any backlash of naming people. Anyway, Sid and I were standing in the schoolyard in our snorkel parkers, our side pockets, trousers with 6-button vent. We had waistbands so high it touched our chin. We looked cool. Our pockets were full of panini stickers. We looked cool. This one day, we're standing in the schoolyard, and I remember it well, very, very well. This lad, who was a year younger than us, and this was probably around the age, about 78, when the punk music was just sort of coming to its end, but it had its day and it was sort of wearing out. Anyway, this lad, his name's Peter Robinson. He came round the corner, round the back of the gym, and there was like a buzz of excitement. And like, everyone was saying, wow, wow, wow. And I looked across, and there was this lad. Previously, a week or so before, he was just a normal lad. He had side pockets on, maybe envelopes if he was a bit posh out, but generally side pockets. Everyone was wearing side pockets and platforms. This lad turns up. He was wearing jam shoes, stay press, button down shirt, box jacket, side vents. He'd had his hair dyed black, spiked up like Bruce Foxton. He looked so cool. Cooler than Paul Weller sitting in a fridge. This lad had it cool. There was a buzz of excitement. Everyone went round having a look. There must have been 20, 30 kids just couldn't believe our eyes. Wow, what was this? What was this? I remember looking at Sid and thinking, wow, what do we look like? We look like fucking mugs here. This kid, he was just so cool. The school bell rings. Mr. Whale comes out, ching-a-ling-a-ling, come on, back in, everybody in now, ching-a-ling. He sees this group of people around Mr. Robinson. What's he do? Come on, break it. He thinks it's a fight. Break it up, get in. And oh, not you, Robinson again. Get to my office, stand outside. I ain't done nothing. No, you must have done something. Clip him around here, sent him in. 70s schooling, wow. Anyway, Peter Robinson, you changed my life, and I thank you for it. You was my David Watts for about 6 months, 8 months maybe. David Watts, everything I wanted to be, it was you. Thank you so much for starting me on this road. I'm on it about 40 years now, and I remember what killed it for me and Peter Robinson. About 2 years later, we left school the year after. I saw Peter Robinson in a club in Birmingham. And there was us, mods, handful of mods in this proper nightclub. It wasn't a mod club, we just went to a club. And I looked across and there was Pete Robinson, my idol from school, dressed up in like a clown suit, more frills and lace than my granny's dressing table. What the hell? He got makeup all over him and he was doing all this dancing to Kaja Goo Goo. Kaja bloody Goo Goo? Oh, Jesus. Well, anyway, that weren't for me. I was too shy. Anyway, Peter Robinson, you killed it. That's it. All my idolism died that day. But I'll give you this. You started me off and put me where I am now, which is pretty much nowhere, in the middle of the countryside. But it's a beautiful day and this is the start of my pod. I'm here to talk about cults. And I'm going to go on a journey. We're going to go back in time and I'm going to find out stories, scootery stories, scar people. I'm going to I'm going to go and find out some of my old records, which I was a bit of a collector back in the day. And I'm going to talk you through the cult era. 79, 80, 81, 82, probably to the mid 80s. Then it turned a bit sour with the scooter scene, the Isle of Wight big blow up, and that sort of killed it a lot then. But if you was in a scooter club, or you was a mod who turned into a scooterist, or you was a scar person who turned into a mod then to a scooterist, or you was a skinhead, because skins were on scooters back then, and I believe they still are. And I've noticed a big difference in the clubs now that everybody gets on. Back in the day, mods, skins, punks, we fought like cats and dogs. But now, we found the inner peace, which comes to, I guess it's age, we can't run anymore. So it's a good thing, really. So if you like to follow me, and I'm going to take you on this journey, I've got some fantastic interviews lined up with people back in the day who was well known, especially in the Midlands area. DJs who turned into Northern Soul DJs, scooter collectors like you wouldn't believe. And I'm going to go to all the shows this year. We're going to try and get to people, speak to you live around the country. And if you want to get in touch and you want to come and have an interview with me, please get in touch and we'll do that. This is the first video. It's just an insight as to where we're going to go with it. It's all about cults. If you started one cult fashion, ended up in another, love to hear from you. If you've been in that cult fashion for 40 years, love to hear from you. If you was in that cult fashion for only a few weeks and came out of it and then maybe, I don't know, became a new romantic, because that's what I followed, I'd love to hear from you. Click the like button, subscribe, and you'll see my next channel showing. I'm not sure it's going to be 1 week, 2 weeks, but I'm going to do a lot of these. This is the first, this is the taster, and I'll probably get better as I go along because I'm new to this. Technology wasn't really my forte. But please do like the channel. Please follow. Come along, let's see where this journey goes. Speak to you soon.